Okay guys, so I was able to get these chairs for free and they're in pretty beat up shape, especially this one has a hole in its cane backing. This one actually had a lot of really tough stains to get out. I wish I filmed me getting them out, but I honestly didn't know if it would work. I'll tell you what I used in a little bit. This one is actually the better shape one. It's still drying, which is those dark spots you see, but it's still intact. The stain is chipping off of that cane there, but that one's more better shape. So these have like lots of cat hair and stains, and the wood is like fading and chipped or whatever. Well, not chipped, but scuffed. And so yeah, I was just gonna see how I could fix these up because this one obviously can't be saved. I'm not gonna buy cane webbing to replace that because it could be expensive and I just don't want to go through all of that. But if you look, this part looks fine. So I was wondering if I could take like my jigsaw and like literally like cut along here and kind of make it into one of those like shorter armchairs. So that could be like the accent piece to this chair. So it'll still be like a matching set, but not identical. And then I thought of that, but then I saw this hole here. So like that would be right in that area too. So I thought still to do that, take all this cane out and then probably reuse this part of the wood, bring it down here, connect it somehow. Hopefully you see my vision. I'm just gonna put the camera on a time lapse and we're just gonna go through this together because I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but I have it in my head and I'm so determined to, you know, because I like these chairs. They're like mid-century 70s style with like the velvet mustard yellow cushions. So we'll see. So I literally just cut that piece right in half and I'm going to be using the other part of the chair later. But for now I'm going to be ripping out this cane because it just has too many flaws in it to try to save it, I guess. But honestly, I wish I kept it. So that's already done. Vacuuming up my mess. And now I'm going to sand any like really rough edges from all that cutting I did. I realized this was just a really fun like project to play around with. Since I got these chairs for free, I didn't really mind putting in so much labor and time. I was just interested to see how far they could, you know, be brought back to life or if it was even possible. I honestly would have preferred stripping these down to bare wood, but it was way too much different details and curves to get into, especially with not having the proper sanding tools, so I'm going to be spray painting them instead. I'm gonna use the top of the chair for the top of the chair. That cane, try to get that cane out of that groove. Like I did on the other piece. Okay. Just gonna disconnect it from this piece here. So I'm using a hammer to pry off this top piece of the chair and using the pliers to get all of that cane webbing out. Okay, so I sanded that part down and it's pretty smooth as much as I could get it. I couldn't get these dowels out, but they actually might come in handy. So here is what I want to do. And then if I put this in there, a whole new chair. Boom. So I took these outside and gave them a really good scuffing with my sander to get them prepped for my spray painting. And of course I will be removing the seats from the chair to spray paint. As for the wooden frame of the chair, I still wanted to kind of replicate wood, so I picked up the Rust-Oleum Espresso in satin, and it's a paint and primer with double coverage, so it really did well. I probably could have got away with one coat, but I did two just in case. So while I let this chair dry and went on and worked on the other chair that I cut in half. So I'm using these like 90-degree angle bracket pieces to connect the top piece of the chair. I'm also using this Gorilla Glue wood glue to fill in some holes that I pre-drilled where those dowels are going to fit inside. This way, this piece can be double secure with the wood glue and metal brackets. Here I am pre-drilling holes for those metal brackets to fit inside of these 90-degree angles. And I'll be using these small screws. I realize it's a lot easier to use a piece of tape as I drill these pieces down so they do not shift and move. As you see, the inner corners of the chair was not a perfect 90-degree angle, so I just used a hammer to flatten out the metal piece so when I drilled it would lay flat. And here is what it looks like. It's very strong and secure, and that top piece is not coming off at all. Now that I have this chair all in one piece, I am now ready to spray paint. It's time to reassemble these chairs and see how they look paired together. So I'm just screwing back in this chair seat. And before I do some final shots, I am going to style around these chairs, which is my favorite part. I think I'm going to go with a very mid-century style and add lots of plants and colors. Pops of color, pops of print, like in these books it's cheetah print and zebra, and a lot of palm plants, just to really bring out those yellow velvet seats. So I would love to hear your thoughts on these chairs. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the cane webbing on the back of the smaller chair. I still think they turned out pretty good. I would like to get some profit for these, but I probably won't since they are not in their original state, which is fine. I think they are still very nice looking, especially for an eclectic home with some mid-century modern vibes. So I'll probably be using these for staging pieces to stage other furniture. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!